Welcome back, listeners, to another episode of Podcast Demastered. My name is Wade, and I'm here with Chelsea as always. And this week, we're going to dive into D23, which took place last week.
That event is always an event that I would love to attend in person.
Seriously.
Yes, one of these years.
You know, there's some really cool, swag to pick up.
Oh my gosh. And especially, we got a lot of the news of what was talked about, through either some of the live streams or news later, but that you get all those special exclusives when you're actually there at the event. For example, the Black Panther Wakanda Forever trailer they showed there. That hasn't been released yet to everybody else. But yeah, no, all that swag, heck yes.
Maybe someday. Maybe when Kingdom Hearts 4 gets closer, we'll have to make a trip and see if they do anything for Kingdom Hearts 4.
Yes, definitely. Plenty of time to look forward to that then.
Of course, always. It's going to take forever, probably.
It wouldn't be a Kingdom Hearts game if it didn't.
You're right. You're dang right. Well, let's see. So they announced so many things and gave updates on even more. We had movies and TV shows, lots of Marvel stuff, Star Wars, and even some video game stuff. Mm-hmm. We hope that there was something that you all were looking forward to. If there was, let us know, so we make sure that we talk about it at some point. But for now, are you just ready to dive in and take a gander at what they announced?
Yes, let's do it. Lots to talk about.
All right, well, let me ask you this. Out of our little list of movies here, what is the one that you're most excited for?
It's so hard because a handful of them I'm excited for. And I'll just start off by saying they're all the animated ones. I mean, Strange World, that's the one that comes out the soonest too. But we've actually seen so little about.
I think I've literally seen 2 pictures. I think that's all I've seen. Just 2 frames.
Oh, because they released a teaser for that. Oh, I don't know if it was quite a few months ago. And that's it. I think this...
Oh, I might have seen that.
Yeah.
I might have saw that.
Oh, I forgot the release date now, but I could have sworn this movie comes out in November. And we're here in September right now. And we have seen so little about it.
Well, I hear a lot of cool things about it. You know, they're supposed to do this, and there's supposed to be this in it, and stuff like that. So, I'm sure it'll be good.
Yeah. I mean, it just seems kind of like a fun, kind of found family-esque type movie, going on crazy adventures and really unique worlds. And
we're always ready for that.
Yes. So that was one that stuck out to me.
I was excited about Inside Out 2. I had no idea that was coming, at all.
Yeah.
So when I saw, just the thing for that, I kind of freaked out a little bit because I loved the first movie.
Yeah. But did you hear the kind of slight controversy about the second one?
No, I didn't.
All of the original cast has signed up for it yet. So, Mindy Kaling and I think Bill Hader haven't signed on yet.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
And so, one of the confirmed people is only Amy Poehler. And I think it might have to do with, money and being paid fairly or something.
Not with Disney.
No, not at all.
That doesn't sound right.
But I was but how could you miss out on those, they're the emotions. So
yeah,
you need them all.
Your core cast right there.
Yeah, hopefully that gets sorted out so that it doesn't seem awkward to be just joy here.
By yourself, that's the whole movie.
Yep. Oh boy.
We'll see, I suppose.
Mm-hmm. And that looks like has a very rough release date of summer 2024. So we have a while.
And so did Disney to get it together.
Yes, exactly.
Pay the people. Come on.
Mm-hmm. Well, another movie that was a very interesting announcement, which is also kind of in celebration of the 100 years of the Walt Disney Company, is Wish.
Yeah, I saw, I wondered if that's, when I saw the poster for that, I was interesting. And then it's supposed to, tell the origin story of, the wishing star. How did that story come about? Mm-hmm. That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Is that Disney animated? Is that a Disney or a Pixar?
Yeah, no, it's a Walt Disney Animation Studios film. And what I read, too, is that interesting. It's going to be a combination of 3D animation with a kind of almost watercolor style to it. And, perfect, celebrating 100 years of the company, kind of mixing all the animation styles together to tell it that film. It seems really cool.
I dig it. That's really neat.
And then we already heard who the main character is going to be. It's going to be Ariana DeBose.
Who's that?
From West Side Story.
The
She
new
won the
one?
Oscar for supporting role. Yeah, the new West Side Story.
I didn't see it.
Oh, okay. Well, if you ever watch it, no, her character, she's like the friend. I honestly forgot the name, but she is the best part of that movie, in my opinion. She just is so charismatic and did a great job in that role, and I'm glad that she has more opportunities already lined up, and we get to hear more of her singing and now voice acting.
Well, that's awesome. Okay. I mean, I was on board with it already, but I'm more on board with it now. Trying to look at the thing here. There were some other live action movies that I had no idea that they were going to do. Like they announced another Snow White. Mm-hmm. Like a whole other one, because this is like the third live action Snow White movie.
Oh gosh.
Like separate Snow White one.
Yeah, I've lost count of how many Snow White movies. Also, the cast for that is wild.
For this new one.
Yeah, the new one.
I didn't see.
You have Gal Gadot is the queen.
Oh my gosh.
And Snow White who's actually the main character in West Side Story, the new one.
Oh my goodness.
She is going to play Snow White. Oh, Rachel Zegler. There we go.
Oh, that name rings a bell. Maybe that'll work out okay for them then. We'll see.
Yeah, that might be okay, but the Mufasa?
I was like, I saw the thing for that and I was like, okay. Like, is this supposed to be like a prequel to the other live action one, like specifically? Although I think
Yes.
I didn't watch the live action one, but I hear it's like exactly the same as the animated one. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah, that is the like live action remake I have refused to watch, The Lion King, because I've heard so much about it and I've heard that it's like exactly the same.
Yeah.
Oh, the live action remakes I've always had mixed feelings about. I just, in general, because I've always been like, when they were announced, like, oh, we're gonna make remakes and we're gonna make them live action of all of our animated films, pretty much. And I'm like, are you just discarding your animated films? Are you saying they're outdated? Like, just re-release them with, like, quote, like, high definition or something. But, I don't know, I've seen probably about half of the live action remakes at this point, and, you know, some of them haven't been too bad. I feel like for those that I've watched, they've almost kind of enhanced the story a little bit, or done a little bit of thing to make it a little bit their own, compared to what I've heard about like The Lion King, where apparently it's almost exactly the same. And I'm just like, I'm discouraged by that.
I had some students tell me it was like shot by shot the exact same movie.
No.
But I haven't seen it, so I don't know, but I don't think I'll watch it anyway.
Yeah.
But yeah, those live action remakes, they're all hit and miss. Mm-hmm. Like, either quite enjoyed them, and it's usually because they did something different.
Yes.
They added a little bit more. Like Beauty and the Beast, that was fine. I liked it. Aladdin, I didn't quite care for Aladdin so much.
I liked some parts of it. Like it was
yeah, like there were things they did that I liked, like the style and the costumes and stuff like that. But I remember I've only seen it once, and I was just so distracted the whole time. Like it just wasn't holding my attention. And I was like, I just want to go watch the animated one. It just made me want to go back and watch that one.
Yeah, I watched Pete's Dragon. That was one of them. I had never actually seen the animated one, or kind of, I guess that one,
yeah.
It's kind of like a mix of live action and animated.
I forgot that one had one.
No, that one was pretty good. And then I did like Cinderella. I think I also like Cinderella because I really like Lily James as an actress.
That's the one that came out a ways ago, right?
Yeah.
I like that one too. It had, who was the prince? The guy from Game of Thrones. He played Rob. Yeah, it's that guy, right? I can't remember his name.
I don't know. I don't know. Isn't it Helena Bonham Carter? I think she's the
fairy godmother, and she rocked it. So.
Yes, it's just a blast.
Oh yes, I think I went to see that one by myself. But partly because like I got in for free, so I just went and watched it one afternoon before I went to work, and I had a good time. It was good. It was nice.
Yeah, I saw that I think twice in theaters. The first time I watched it, and I went specifically because it had that special Frozen short before it, and I specifically was like, I love Frozen. I am going to this just to see it. I don't even care if the movie is bad. And then I was like, oh, the movie was enjoyable. So
not a waste of money. That's good.
Yep, win-win. Well, speaking of live action films, because one of the live action films that we got a little bit more of a teaser for that actually has a release date is The Little Mermaid, which comes out on May 26th.
Yeah.
I feel so bad for the backlash on this movie. Like,
yeah, well, I feel bad for the main actress because people have been going to town on her like since she was announced forever ago.
Yeah.
And like obviously they forgot about it, and now the first trailer has come out, and so we're back in there. And like I want it to do well. I mean, if anything, for this poor girl's sake. But I know that this movie has also had like a lot of like trouble like getting to where it was. They rewrote the script like so many times, and the directors have left, and the producers have left, and the actors have left, and everything is just, it's had quite a journey. So I'm hoping that, you know, they found a way to balance it out with what they wanted versus what they could have, and so that it is a productive use of everybody's time in the end.
Yeah.
But the trailer, though, I mean, it got me a little bit. Like, the music started, and I was like, oh, and then she started singing, I'm just like, and here we go.
It was
It's
a pretty
1991,
trailer.
and I'm going to cry.
It was nice, and I was like, it's good. And I'm like, you know what? This is a live action film where I'm kind of interested in watching, and I hope it's kind of like the live action ones I've liked so far, where, you know, it does something a little different, something where it's not shot for shot of the same thing. So I'm looking forward to it when it comes out.
I want to see Ursula.
Oh, yes.
I am so excited. I can't. Like, this movie can be awful, but I just know I'm going to enjoy Ursula. Melissa McCarthy. I know she's just going to be amazing, so.
Oh my gosh.
And Awkwafina as Scuttle. I forgot about that.
Yes.
This is going to be some kind of movie.
Hopefully it'll be fun. That's what we can hope for. With what a cast.
That's all I'll need, really. As long as
Yeah.
the singing is good and it's fun. I don't need anything else out of Little Mermaid.
Nope.
What did you think of the Disenchanted trailer?
It's been so long since I've watched Enchanted.
Yes. Yeah.
So I'm also like, I don't know what's going on anymore.
I don't remember, like, really anything outside of, like, the very simple premise of the first movie. I'll have to go back and watch that at some point. But I love the fact that Amy Adams is going to get to play, like, evil stepmother. Because evil Amy Adams is, like, on my bucket list of things to get to watch. So evil Disney Amy Adams, yes. I'll take that.
Shine.
That works.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. She's going to be all sorts of mean.
I don't know. It's one I'll probably watch. It's not one that I'm like, oh my gosh, I must watch, but I'm curious about it.
Like, I won't be watching it on day one or anything like that, but I'll have a good time, I'm sure, when I start to watch it.
Yeah, and that comes out soon on November 24th.
You bet.
Speaking of other things coming out real soon.
We do have one real soon.
Yes, real soon. Which, listeners, just a little tease, we will be talking about this next month.
Oh, yes. I think that's our next episode, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
We have Hocus Pocus 2 coming out on September 30th, and our next episode is going to be our reaction to the film.
Yes, indeed.
So if you're excited with us, I hope that you're there with us whenever we release this episode, because
yes,
it's just, I'm sure it's going to be us screaming for 2 hours. So in a good way, in a very good way. The trailer looks great, so I'm all for it.
It brings back some of the classic stuff and then just introducing new characters, and we shall wait and see how it goes.
They don't have to do anything other than what they did before. Like, you know, you don't have to, like, modernize the first movie. It doesn't have to be anything like that. Just keep doing what you were doing. But I guess we'll find out.
Yes, we will. So, listeners, if you want to hear about that, yes, like we said, that will be our next episode.
Before we move on to the new TV shows and stuff that were talked about, are there any other movies you want to touch on before we go?
Yeah, briefly. Some of them we weren't given too much information about. I think we've seen a couple shots of them or anything. One's called Iwaju, which is set to premiere in 2023 on Disney Plus, and it's kind of a futuristic Lagos, Nigeria setting, which seems really cool to like see in a different country.
Right.
The idea seems really interesting. I love to see like kind of a futuristic type city. I almost like gave me slight vibes to, I don't know, not quite like San Francisco with Big Hero 6. And like I don't know. Also, it's interesting because I guess it's actually a series instead of a movie.
Yeah, it's like a Pixar series. That's their I think their first series, or maybe Alio maybe that's their first series, but they're going to start doing series. I don't remember if
Yeah.
Alio is supposed to be a series or not, but they're going to try that and see how that works.
Yeah, which that one also looks interesting too, just from the idea of it.
I read the premise and I was like, you know what? Okay, sign me up. That's
Yeah.
It sounds ridiculous and I'm here for it.
Yep.
I'm looking forward to Elemental. Partly because it's supposed to be very like introspective like Soul was. But also because out of the two main cast members there's like Fire. Is that Ember? Is that her name?
I think
But the water guy, his name is Wade, so I gotta be there from my Wades.
I'm like half of the internet when I saw his character and I was like, he looks like Osmosis Jones. I just had to say that.
He does. He absolutely does.
I was like, wow, that's bringing me back.
That's not his fault. He didn't
No.
design himself.
No. Yeah, I'm curious to see more about that movie, you know. But lots of very unique projects coming from Disney. That's for sure.
And that's what I like. Just give me something we haven't seen before.
Exactly.
They can have crazy premises and, you know, after we get Snow White and Mufasa and then Peter Pan and Wendy,
Oh, yeah.
like, I wonder what's next. They've already done Dumbo and they've done...
Pinocchio, Lady and the Tramp.
I forgot about Lady and the Tramp.
I think a lot of people do. It was just kind of like slid right onto Disney Plus. I've never watched it.
I never watched Adam.
No.
I like Lady and the Tramp, but like it's fine.
Yeah.
It's not anywhere close to top of any movie list. So for me, so you know. Okay, well let's see. We got some stuff coming out on Disney Plus here before the end of the year. The thing that caught me most by surprise was probably the Santa Clauses. I was watching the trailer and I was just like, what? Just blown my mind. But I guess if they want the Santa Claus thing to continue on, Tim Allen will have to retire.
And so they give him a TV show to retire.
Yep.
It looks ridiculous. I'm going to watch it. I'm here for it. The Santa Claus movies are just a lot of fun.
They're good.
And a mess at times too, but it's all good fun. It's not supposed to take itself too seriously, and it knows that, so.
Well, good. I mean, it's Santa Claus. Nobody should be taking that too seriously. Even Santa Claus. So.
Yes.
But it'll be good. The trailer looked great.
Yep, and November 16th.
November 16th, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm glad to see they got a lot of the other actors in the old movies back, though. Like, blew my mind. I was like, okay, cool, let's do it.
Yes.
Let's do it.
That made me more excited, because some of these shows, I feel like they haven't gotten all the original cast back or anything, so it's fun to see. And like Bernard was a super exciting one.
I think that was the one that people were most like, okay, this is happening, but is Bernard going to be in it?
Yeah, for real.
Like, we don't want it if there's no Bernard.
No.
So. But I bet you Disney shelled out for that one. Since people wanted him in it specifically so bad, I bet they paid him.
Oh, yeah. We'll have to wait and see how it goes.
Yep, not too far from now, so...
Nope, not at all.
We'll be there. Let's see. Okay, so did you expect, like, the National Treasure thing at all?
Well, I had read...
Had you heard about that?
Yeah, I had heard about it for a while.
Okay.
And I knew that Nicolas Cage was, at least at this point, still not part of it. And I was very hesitant about it. But I'm like, okay, well, you know, we'll see how it goes. But I actually liked the trailer. I thought it was pretty good.
Yeah, it wasn't bad.
We'll see how the show actually goes. That's another one I probably will watch and just, we'll see. It'll be hit or miss.
It's like right there at Christmas, you know? It depends on what else gets released around Christmas time, because they released some really good looking stuff, like, that I never, like, went to watch. And I felt really bad about it. Like, Noelle, the one with Anna Kendrick in it.
Yeah.
I have not watched that yet, but it's like, there. I want to watch it. I just haven't done it yet, because it has to be Christmas.
Yes.
I missed my shot, and now I'm waiting for Christmas again, I guess.
Well, don't miss it this Christmas then. Watch it. Yeah.
Try not to.
You'll enjoy it.
I'll try not to.
It's pretty fun.
I heard it was fun. Just a good movie.
Let's see. So many other series, so many big series either based on movies or based on books. And so we finally got our little teaser for Percy Jackson.
Yep. The narration comes right out of, the very, very first page of the book?
I have never actually read the books, but I've only ever watched that one movie. And so I know it's a big deal, the series, and I'm excited that...
It's getting a second chance.
Yes.
Yeah. I like the trailer. Even just the trailer looks already more serious than the other movie was. which looks nice. I like that.
Yeah.
No, I never read the books. I read like the first half of the first book, maybe a million years ago. I don't know what's gonna happen. I don't really know spoilers for anything too much. But I look forward to processing this as it comes out and getting to, well, really discover everything for the first time.
Yeah, definitely.
And speaking of discovering something for the first time, I have never seen Willow before.
Me neither.
But that trailer looked so cool. I need to go watch Willow so that I can jump straight into the series. Because I feel like I'm going to love this show. I just need to watch the movie first.
Yeah.
Considering it takes place after the movie.
Yeah. Definitely.
Like, whoops.
Yeah, that's one of those movies I feel like I've always been meaning to watch and just never have. So I guess now's the time. Because that show also has a pretty soon release date. Yeah, with November 30th.
Yeah, like right after Thanksgiving. And so this last one we have on our list, Win or Lose, I don't remember anything about it.
Okay, so this is another Pixar series, actually, coming to Disney Plus in 2023. And it's Will Forte is a character called Coach Dan, and it's about a softball team. And each episode kind of focuses on a different character of the team, or just a different character in general. So it's kind of interesting.
Okay.
Those are only the vague things that I have read about it. So I look forward to actually seeing a trailer.
I mean, I like Will Forte, so.
Yeah, I want to see what the style is going to look like, too.
Be interesting to see Pixar do something a little more sporty, because that doesn't happen very often.
No, but I mean, I think that just about covers a lot of the highlights or things that we thought were interesting related to TV from Disney.
I think so. I'm a little shocked there wasn't more, just because it's Disney TV, but maybe we'll get surprised later. Oh, did you see there's another rumor that there's going to be a Disney Plus Kingdom Hearts show, live action show? We're on our 25th rumored show at this point, I think.
My brain's broken.
Guess
I
who
can't
Sora's
compute.
supposed to be?
I don't know. I can't think about this. What?
Are you ready to laugh?
I guess so.
Apparently, it's supposed to be Tom Holland. So, however much you want to put into that.
Oh my gosh.
Although I think if out of all of them, I think if this one existed, you would not watch it.
No.
You would sacrifice yourself and you would not watch this show.
That just ruined my day.
Oh no, it's not gonna be a thing.
No, oh my gosh.
They've been talking about turning Kingdom Hearts into movies and anime and TV shows for literal years. This is just the most recent. Oh my gosh, I heard this was happening and I saw that and I was like, okay.
Yeah. Let's keep it in
made
up rumors. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Please stay there.
I'm sure it'll be there and it's gonna die, so.
Please do. Oh gosh. Well, let's move on for that horror and move on to some Marvel news.
For real. Okay. So, what do you want to talk about first? We got just a few things here.
Yeah, a few highlights
that was talked about.
Let's talk about the first one. Let's just get right into the fun.
Okay, Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur. How did you feel about the trailer?
Well, it was just fun. I liked it. The style was really cool. Also, I was a little disappointed because it's only coming to Disney Channel, as far as I could tell right now. And I was like, no, this is total Disney Channel vibes, though, for real. This is what I want in a funky animated series.
It seriously is. Yeah, so when I was watching, within 10 seconds of the trailer, my immediately thought was this is they took the comics, the actual comic of Moon Girl, and fused it with the Proud Family. That's what this is. And I was there for all of it. All of it. Except they made her 13 instead of I don't know, 8 or 10 or however old she usually is. She's usually much younger.
Oh, okay.
But it's okay. It's fine. It's a Disney Channel show, so they want to
fit more the teen.
They do, and that's okay because she's amazing. If they don't put this on Disney Plus, I might be really sad because I was actually gonna watch this.
Yeah.
I don't watch many like Marvel cartoon shows, but I was gonna watch this one. So
Yeah.
I'll be
Well,
sad.
and I was like, maybe I'm wrong, but yeah, I thought it said only Disney Channel, but I know a lot of the stuff that's on Disney Channel does, of course, come to Disney Plus. I'm just not sure how long it takes, because some of the shows I've seen that are actively on Disney Channel right now already have the whole season available on Disney Plus, so...
Oh, okay. Well, I'll have my fingers crossed, because that trailer, it was a good trailer. Mm-hmm. It was excellent. And I know, like, she's not going to be in the MCU for forever, if she ever is at all. Because she's pretty zany, even for, like, our current state of the MCU. Mm-hmm. You know, like, her only thing is that she's just she's the smartest person on Earth, basically. And she's, like, 10. But, like, they're kind of already doing the whole, like, Shuri, and soon we'll have Ironheart, which she's smarter than Shuri is. So, like, they kind of already have, like, some bases covered with those two girls. I mean, the MCU doesn't have a giant red Tyrannosaurus Rex running around anywhere.
No, they
So,
don't.
there's that. But it's probably okay if they just keep her in a cartoon for now.
But it looks cute and fun.
Mm-hmm.
And then kind of almost changing tones. Which I feel like all the ones on our list are completely different tones.
Oh, they are. These three are like, they're all night and day from each other.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh, almost literally. By one.
Yes. Well, we got our trailer for Secret Invasion, finally, so...
Oh, finally. I didn't think we would, but it's here.
Yes. So,
And
what are your thoughts?
I don't know what to expect. Mm-hmm. I was watching the trailer, and I'm just, like, blown away. Like, I don't know what to expect, and that's a good feeling, because it's Secret Invasion. Mm-hmm. You're supposed, even like the comic book like adaptation of the story, like you're not supposed to know what's happening really. Everything's supposed to take you by surprise, because assuming that the story's going to follow Earth being infiltrated by Skrulls, and you know they're taking out people with lots of power, and they're just kind of like sliding into those positions, and superheroes, politicians, world leaders everywhere they can. And in the climax to the story of the comic books is that Spider-Woman has been a Skrull for, like, years. She's been replaced by a Skrull for a long time, which was just blew everybody's brains. But that's obviously not going to be the case in this show.
Yeah, Secret Invasion, I enjoyed that trailer, and I am very much looking forward to that show.
Do you think this is going to be Samuel L. Jackson's final appearance in the MCU? I've seen a little bit of that going on. Like how they showed him in the trailer, it was like this is his big moment kind of thing. I don't really think so.
No, I don't think so. I think he's bound to come back at some point. He just may not be a central character, of course, because like
Right.
unlike this
like
show,
he loves playing Fury. Mm-hmm. He loves it so much. I don't see him going anywhere.
No.
I even if it's like a Cap situation where like, well, this just works out better for everybody, or like Iron Man, you know. Because, like, Robert Downey Jr. didn't want to stop playing, but they were like, well, but this is kind of the end of the story for him, so you need to make your peace. I don't think it's going to be like that at all. I think they'll just continue to have him back as long as he can, so, which I really hope so.
I have very unrealistic wishful thinking about the show, because there's a lot of people who would love certain characters from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. to pop up in the show.
Oh, my gosh.
And I would love for Marvel to, like, you know, fully acknowledge that Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is actually a part of the MCU instead of just being kind of like, it happened, we're done with that. I'm like, no.
Or they can do the thing like with Daredevil, like where they're getting all the same people, and you can assume that everything happened if you want to. It's not going to matter because they're starting right here and we're moving forward from that point. So if you want to think that everything happened the exact same way, like, cool. If not, if you just want to start right here, it's okay. They can just put the people in and be like, they've been here this whole time.
Yeah.
Like, totally fine.
But, oh my gosh, I would
agree, though.
Out.
That cast is so good.
They are. And that's just, I'm like, yeah, we got Daredevil and stuff finally. I'm like, no, please bring back people from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Like, I love the cast.
Yes. If y'all can bring the Netflix people in, you can bring the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. people in. Mm-hmm. They can even have cameos in the show. I don't care.
Yes.
But I need my peeps.
Yes.
I need them.
Mm-hmm. Fingers crossed on that.
Did you hear about some of the actors who are in this movie, though, or in this show?
Some of them, yeah.
Like, Emilia Clarke's in it.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
But also, like, we knew that she was going to be in Secret Invasion, but, like, apparently she also has just, like, a full-blown contract with Marvel, where she's also going to be in several movies.
Okay.
I mean, I can kind of see her being like, I can see her being the Skrull Queen.
Mm-hmm.
And especially if they want to bring, like, Teddy in, you know, for the Young Avengers.
Yeah.
I can see them, if they want to bring Hulkling in, I can see them keeping the Skull Queen around. Because the Skull Queen is Teddy's grandma, which they could easily change. You know, they could make it his mom. She's kind of a dick. But, you know, like the grandma is. She's a piece of work. Mom was a nice lady, but Mom died, so... Well, Queen killed Princess, so...
I was saying, I was like, oh, duh, because, no, I'm like, there is a very excellent actress also in this show, Olivia Colman, which she could also play a grandmother character or something, too.
Oh my gosh.
I can't believe she's a part of this.
Until...
I'm like, I forgot
when
I
saw. Oh my gosh. I learned like 2 weeks ago, like, she was supposed to just kind of, like, be there, and I was like, oh my god, that'll be really cool. But then when I actually saw her on the screen in the trailer, like, I swear to god, I almost peed myself. I was so excited.
Yeah, I totally forgot. Like, I remember reading that she was going to be in this, and then when I saw it, I was like, wait a minute, what?
It's real, it's real!
Yes. I was like, yes. That's why I was like, no. Who knows who I don't really know who she's fully going to be in this, and use her well, Marvel. Use her well.
Well, her and Emilia Clarke both. Like, don't ruin them. You have them.
Don't tease us
use
with
them.
these short.
Don't be dumb.
No.
Yeah, don't tease us. Emilia Clarke is in the after credits of the final episode. That's what you get. See ya.
Yep. For real.
See you in 2025.
Oh, that's too real.
Cry.
Too real. Too real, no.
You know, if they're really going into the Skrull, like the evil Skrull thing with this show, instead of like, right now it's still kind of early, this could just be the scapegoat, you know. We could be taking a left turn. They could be in the Marvels movie.
Yeah, I mean, it would kind of make sense.
Just depending on what the Marvels movie is doing. Because like this happens in the MCU, which will obviously have something to do with the Marvels, and then this happens, and then this character's introduced, and this happens, and every single time something happens, it's like a sharp turn towards like a different story for the Marvels, and I can't pin anything down anymore. I'm gonna have to just forget about it.
Well, speaking of the Marvels, because did you read about what the movie is actually going to be about, or roughly they gave us more? Yeah. No. So at D23...
Oh my gosh, I didn't know this.
Oh yeah, D23 they announced, so...
Okay, alright, I'm ready.
Yeah. It's not too much about it, but it's... The whole idea is that they have to figure out... The three of them have to figure out how to work together, and it's any time any of them uses their powers, they switch places. So that's what you kind of get at that post-credit scene for the end of the Miss Marvel show.
All three of them?
Yes. So they switch places.
Does that mean, like, all three of them have bangles?
I think it's saying they're somehow connected. Their powers are somehow from the same... I'm like, I don't know what's going on. This is very confusing.
Yeah. The movie's just going to have to tell us, because I can't take any guesses.
No.
Because, I mean... Because Carol's powers come from an Infinity Stone. He has a connection to an Infinity Stone. Like, okay. Wanda's powers, who gave... kind of Photon her powers, like you can make some super vague connection to that, but we don't. If Kamala has any connection to an Infinity Stone at all, we don't know that yet.
No, and also with her being revealed as like a mutant at the same time, like what is going on? How are they?
Correct. Yeah, because like Photon is not I can say Photon's not going to be a mutant, but, Wanda could have just flipped the switch there, too. But then Carol surely is not a mutant.
No, surely.
Surely is not.
No.
Because we saw her whole thing
She had a whole movie,
so. Yeah, she had a whole movie explaining where her powers come from. So, surely not. I don't know.
Unless they make something, well, she is a mutant, and that's how she was able to get her powers and survive, or something ridiculous.
I mean, in which case, they'd just go ham, and just every, meta-human, they can just be like, yeah, you had this mutant thing in you, and that's how you were able to survive whatever awful thing happened to you. Which is, people said that about Peter Parker for years. Well, the spider just activated that mutant side of him, but Spider-Man is a mutate, not a mutant. where his DNA was affected by an outside force, and it wasn't like activated by an outside force. It was completely changed. But, you know, we'll see, I guess.
We'll see what the MCU's definition of, a mutant actually is, and we'll see what is going on in the Marvels.
Because they could just change everything. They can say whatever they want to, so.
For sure.
Secret Invasion, everybody. Boom.
Yep. And more.
We're going to be scratching our heads for a long time afterwards.
Yes. And then one other Marvel thing we'll talk about. This one is.
Yeah. And I feel like you really enjoyed the trailer. Is that right? Like the premise of it? How did you feel?
Yeah, I was like, this is cool. At the same time, I don't know what I'm watching. And also, it gave me vibes as if it was trying to be one of those classic Universal movie monsters. And I was like, I think that's what it's going for, and I hope it's trying to do that instead of just
That was
failing.
definitely like the whole thing. Failing. I was like, I see what they were doing. Is this what they were actually doing, or is this is the first time they're bringing this up, and this is just how they're choosing to promote it at the moment? And this isn't actually how it is. I don't know.
I don't know, but we're going to find out really soon, because, I mean, that is at the beginning of October. Way to kick it off.
That's like 2 weeks? 3 weeks.
Yeah. I mean, a lot sooner than some of the Marvel stuff we're getting, so definitely we'll be here. So October 7th, Werewolf by Night.
This is supposed to be like just a special presentation. It's not like a movie. It's not like a TV show. It's more like an OVA, I suppose, where they're like, here's your 40, 50-minute deal. Have fun.
Yeah.
Enjoy.
Yeah, and I guess we'll see what comes of it. I don't know. I'll watch it just because it's so different than other Marvel stuff, and it's a small time commitment. So there you go. Even better.
That's true. Yeah. And like the Werewolf by Night thing, like this is a thing that exists in Marvel Comics. And I don't have any real experience with Werewolf by Night, but there is a character who is a werewolf, and it's actually J. Jonah Jameson's son.
Okay.
His son is a werewolf. After years of being other things, he got turned into a werewolf. And so I'm curious if it's going to be him, but I don't imagine it will be, just because that's like a Spider-Man reach, and I don't imagine they'll be wanting to do that for a little bit, to kind of keep the lines a little more clear for Sony's sake.
Well, yeah, we'll see what it ends up being.
All right, you want to move on to the Star Wars stuff now?
Yes, let's go into Star Wars.
I don't have a ton of stuff to say about the Star Wars stuff. We have Mandalorian Season 3. Yep. Like, cool. I still need to go back and finish Boba Fett because it has, like, relevant things in Boba Fett. I was enjoying it. I was trying to binge it, and it wasn't working out very well. So I need to finish that, but I'll be ready for Mandalorian Season 3 eventually.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I'll watch it eventually because I haven't watched the second season yet. Yeah, I haven't watched the Book of Boba Fett. I haven't watched a lot of things, even some of the animated shows that I have been told all connect to all this. So, you know, the backstories of all the characters. I have a lot of Star Wars content to catch up on.
Same. And although Tales of the Jedi looks super cool.
Yeah.
Just because it's not like relevant to like the live action stuff going on. It's just another like origin kind of thing. But like you got your Count Dooku origins with a little bit of Mace Windu in there. And you have, oh my gosh, what's her name? Anakin's Padawan.
Ahsoka?
My mind just blanked. Yes. Yeah. You got it. You got it. Ahsoka. And it has her origins in there too. So, which I didn't really think Ahsoka needed origins because her origins is like the Clone Wars and stuff. But okay, like let's do it. Maybe it'll show us more of Ahsoka like after the war, or during the war and afterwards and stuff like that too. We'll see.
But yeah, looks interesting.
And then we have Andor coming out this Wednesday.
Yes.
I am too. I need to rewatch Rogue One just to kind of like put me back in those feels, I think. But this, yes, Andor is... See, Brandon is not excited about Andor at all. So I might have to watch it by myself. But he did not like Rogue one bit, apparently.
Oh, that's sad.
And I was like, okay, well... I think it was partly because it was sad. It's like, why did they give us this when everybody was going to die?
It was such a good story. Like, it's such a like well done movie, and it's so good. And Andor is definitely a show that like is a Star Wars show that I'm like, no, I'm watching it the day it comes out. Like, I really haven't felt this about some of the other Star Wars shows. Like, they've seemed really interesting and cool, but this is, I'm like, no, I am here for this. I want to see the lead up to Rogue One. Yes, this is a must.
I think outside of this one, Obi-Wan is the only other Star Wars show where I have watched like immediately when it's come out. Everything else is like, oh, I'm glad it's out. I'll get to it someday.
Yeah.
Someday.
It's always someday. So much stuff to watch, for real. Never have enough time.
Okay, well, anything else on Star Wars?
No, I think that's good. I think we covered some of our highlights from those announcements. And yeah.
Indeed. Okay, well, the last thing we're going to talk about is the video game side of D23, or at least part of it. We're going to go over a few things, and I think we're going to talk a tiny bit about Dreamlight Valley, I think, too, since that's still kind of current and modern and, ruling our lives and such.
Just a little bit, yeah. But with the Disney games, I mean, this was the first year that we got to see that Disney Marvel's Games showcase.
Indeed, yeah.
And then that was something that everybody got to watch because they streamed that. And I definitely did read a lot of mixed feelings and people's thoughts on the whole showcase itself and everything. I personally really enjoyed it. I thought it was well done. Like, I mean, I've also, I don't know, if people haven't found out by now that we're Disney fans, yes, we're both Disney fans. I'm such a big Disney fan, so right. I was just excited for anything, and it's just so funny because Disney, like, a long time ago was like, yeah, we're really into game stuff, and then they ended up shutting down all their studios and just kind of stepping away from video games, and all of a sudden, I've just seen so much popping up lately. Like, we've gotten, that game we've talked about recently, I think you've heard of us talk, of course, about it. Yeah, Disney Dreamlight Valley, and just the mobile games we've talked about, Mirrorverse, and just Disney's just like, surprise, we're releasing every
just
single
popping off. Like, here we go.
Yeah, so overall the showcase I thought was nice. It showed a variety of different games on different consoles or handhelds, and it was pretty short, and there wasn't a whole lot of annoying talking in between. It was just kind of like, this is what it's about. Yep. Let's move on to next.
Like, here's your stuff. Bye.
Yep.
Oh, well, so you want to just jump right in then?
Let's do it.
Let's look at Disney Illusion Island. Now, this is the one that has the four characters, right? That's like really cool and like animated and stuff. Oh, yep. Yeah, it is. Okay.
Yeah, it's like the classic, it's that newer cartoon style for Mickey Mouse that we've been seeing.
I think, I don't know anything about the show, but I think the game looks kind of cool because it's just like a platformer, right? Like an old school style platformer, but there's 4 characters, and I think it's like multiplayer. You can have 4 characters playing at the same time.
Yeah, it looks fun. I won't be able to play it because I think it's only coming to the Switch.
Oh, that's tragic.
But it looks like a good time.
We'll see if I decide to get it. It looks so clean though, like the animation like looks like it's coming right out of the show, and even during the gameplay and stuff, like it just looks so clean. It
just works really well with somehow that style. Yeah, it works really well, that crossover between TV show and video game.
But if it's not a full game, I might pick it up. We'll see.
Yeah.
See how all my other games are doing at the time.
Like this other one that's a time sink. Yeah.
Let's skip this one for now. Let's do the last one on the list. We can circle back.
Yes. So this last one, which I am super excited about this. It was just, I mean, honestly, the way this trailer is labeled on the internet and everything, it's just Skydance New Media Project Teaser Trailer. And so Skydance New Media, is the person who is writing this game is Amy Hennig, who is best well known for her work on Uncharted and other games like that. So there's been kind of a rumor for a while that she was working on a Marvel project, and so they decided to release this teaser and the showcase. And I was like, oh my gosh, it was just a teaser, so we have no idea what the gameplay is like, what the actual story is like fully. But what we saw Black Panther, we saw Captain America, we saw one of the Howling Commandos, and then one of the...
like the Doja Milaje.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah.
And it just takes place during World War II, and that's all we got from it. I was freaking out after watching that. Any idea of having a historically based Marvel game, especially bringing Captain America back to the past, back to World War II, instead of bringing him to the present, just sounds so exciting to me. And I just can't wait to find out more about this game.
Well, and I'm interested in the fact that they have a current Black Panther there, so it's like T'Challa's grandpa, We're playing as somebody that we don't get to see very often, whether that's in comics or it's in movies or video games and stuff like that. So there's so much potential in the storytelling department. I just want to know more. I want more hints as to like what's going on.
Yeah, but I've watched that teaser multiple times. Just try to soak it in. Just try to find any little hint of any concrete information. It was just, yes, I am so excited for more news about this game, and hopefully the news comes sooner rather than later.
There's always Game Awards.
That's a joke, yeah.
We'll
always
see.
Game Awards, yeah. But everything I ever won at Game Awards
December.
It never ends up showing up there, so.
Freaking Jeffrey.
Yeah, well, of course. So we'll talk about this last game. We've already talked about it a couple times. We did a whole bonus episode, so if you haven't checked out our bonus episode, be sure to check it out now. We also released our gameplay footage of Disney Dreamlight Valley, and along with that episode on YouTube.
And that's a first for both of us, yeah?
Yeah, that is.
Showcasing something like that, that was pretty cool.
Yeah, so I hope,
it's pretty cool.
Yeah, if you guys have checked out the video, I hope you enjoyed it. And if you want to see more of potential gameplay videos, because there are some games that are coming out next year and games we've been talking about that we may release a similar thing. So be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel so you don't miss out on those episodes when they're released. But with that, I think we'll dive in a little bit more to Disney Dreamlight Valley. So, we've been playing it, and then at the Disney Games Showcase, they decided to be like, hey, our early access has been out for a little while, and surprise, we're going to give you some fall updates to the game.
And, like the fact that we're getting Toy Story in the game.
Yes.
So I was really curious at first, like, how is that going to work? But, like, we have Remy living in the village with a full-size house, like Remy the rat from Ratatouille. I don't doubt for a second that Woody and Buzz will also have a full-size house to live in, because why the heck not?
Yeah.
Ridiculous, but hey, let's do it.
It's so funny, but I love the trailer because, you get shrunk down to the size of a toy along with them. And it just brought more about how this game also brings out Kingdom Hearts 3 vibes to me, like playing in that Toy Story area and just...
It's very true.
Well, and even in that, like, you're cooking with Remy in Kingdom Hearts 3, you're picking up different ingredients and cooking them. It's just that little bit of this crossover in that sense just brings me joy, along with it just being a wonderful game.
It's so ridiculous, but the joy that it brings is just... And I know, like, Chelsea and I have been playing a lot today specifically. We had some pretty long weeks, and we weren't able to put in as much time as we wanted to. But we got to play a lot today, and I will probably have a little bit of time to play this evening too. So yes. I'm ready. I want my village bursting with people living there, and I know it's going to take a lot of work to get there, but someday.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, no, I can't say I'm done hoarding for now, because I will be continuing hoarding things. I finally rearranged and organized all my chests. Every chest in the room has a place, and everything in the chest is all the same type of item. So I have my fruits, my vegetables, I have a whole seafood separate chest, and then I have all of my
I also
gems.
Yep. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And I usually sell all of my gemstones immediately. I'll go and get a bunch and then go sell them. And then today I started hoarding them, and I already have a chest full of them. And I'm like, oh my gosh. I ran around with Mickey a lot this morning, and he's my mining guy. So he was tossing them out left and right. I was getting all sorts of extras.
Yeah, I'm going to open up more areas in the game. That's what I'm planning on doing. Finally gonna,
there you go,
venture out into the world.
Have you got Moana yet?
No, not yet, so.
Oh, you better go get Moana in Maui.
But then there's Kristoff.
He's part of the story though, so you're gonna get him regardless. But he's fine. He's got his loot. He's just hanging out in the woods playing on his loot right now, so he's fine. I left him there for a week and a half. He's fine, I promise.
Yeah, true. I don't know. It's just always hard in this game to know what to do next, because then I just get busy collecting flowers and just mining and picking fruit.
Yeah,
so.
Just resource collecting and just doing that. And I'm like, oh yeah, I have all these quests I need to do. I should probably focus on that. Although I like just cooking too. Like the cooking system in this game, I love it so much because you do not have to have a recipe in order to make the thing. You get
Yeah.
you go up to your stove or whatever, and you get to put 5 items in. Like the variety of stuff that you have to work with is crazy. First off, but you just start throwing stuff in together. Like you learn how to make a pie. Okay, now how many different pies can you make now? Like what can you put in that pie to change the type of food that you're making? And salads, I've made like 4 or 5 different salads, like just by changing this ingredient to this and adding this to it all. And because you have fruits and vegetables, but you have all of the different spices and everything else too. Like it's just crazy how much what little tweaks you can give something.
Yeah, definitely.
I made Minnie a birthday cake today because she was greedy and that was the easiest thing to make her. And that was still a 5-ingredient thing. It still took forever.
Oh, but I love that because you can say like, yeah, these characters are, greedy or needy or sad and lonely or just, they all have their own personalities and you can have fun doing stuff for them or reacting to them.
Sure can.
I just constantly think about this game. Like I said, yeah, we're both definitely going to be playing this later.
See, this is when I need to have it on my Switch because I could take it to school with me this week and like after school and stuff when I'm waiting on things to happen. I could be playing it on my Switch. But no, I had to go and get it on my PlayStation 5, so here we are.
Maybe that's for the best, but at the same time not.
I don't know. If it keeps crashing on me,
yeah.
We'll see.
Well, I hope they'll release new patches because they did do a new patch recently for the Switch crashes. So I hope they'll work on the PlayStation crashes because it's been crashing on the PS4 as well. So I realized to be more patient, you have to go a little bit slower in the game to prevent the crashes, which is so hard. But a fix to that would be great.
It's so difficult. I don't want to go slower. I'm trying to speed up. I'm trying to be efficient here.
Yep. Oh, another thing I did want to mention slightly, so with the game showcase, so it wasn't just the Toy Story stuff that was announced. We also got a new update about The Lion King as well.
Oh, okay. I don't remember that. Go ahead.
And so, actually it says we're going to get The Lion King update first, and then, which is just considered right now vague terms of fall 2022, and then the Toy Story one is late fall 2022. So, but this one, that we definitely know one character we're getting in this game is Scar. So it specifically says that Scar is
he's like on the main artwork of the game.
And then we're also just going to get a continuation of the main story is definitely an update that's coming. But honestly, I haven't gotten to like a stopping point in the story yet. But that's good to know.
Same.
Getting more.
I'm sure the main story is what we have available to us. I'm sure it goes pretty far for now. So, we'll get there when we get there.
Yeah.
A conversation I want to bring back up that we talked about earlier is the need for like seasonal events.
Yes, that's right.
We have Halloween coming up. Like, give us, even if it's not, we don't need like a full story event maybe, but just like, here are some new items you can craft to, add some Halloween flair to your village. Or, Christmas. I would love to make, Christmas trees and stuff to put around my village. Like, that was one of my favorite parts of Animal Crossing, was just taking a day to craft all of these items, all of these Christmas items, and whatever holiday it was coming up, and just turning my island into like whatever season it was. It was one of my favorite parts.
No, I definitely agree. And actually, I was thinking about this more. What if they do that Star Pass and make it like seasonal related? Because the Star Pass that we're on right now, I think, ends in 20-something days, so they could...
Was that the Pixar event one,
Yeah,
right?
The Pixar event one. So, because we don't know what's happening after that one.
They could.
That would be really cool.
They sure could.
Because, like, decorations that come to mind that are also, like, Disney-related with, like, Halloween. So, like, in the Disney parks.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
Yes. Yeah, Disney parks and then, like, Main Street, USA, where they have on, like, the light posts, they have, like, the pumpkin Mickey-shaped, like, wreaths. And just, like, because it's a Mickey Mouse face, but it looks like pumpkins. And I just love something like that, or just something shaped like that, or, I mean, for real, just give me all the decorations from the parks in the game. That would be amazing.
I don't need any story with it. Just, here you go.
No, just
bye.
Be like,
have a good time.
Celebrate the holidays, earn the rewards. Sounds great to me. But that would be the extra touch.
Having said that, like, I could do a Nightmare Before Christmas event. You know, like I hope someday we get to have them in. I really hope so.
I mean, that is definitely a possibility.
They're in Kingdom Hearts, so I think it wouldn't be very fair to me.
They need to be in a Disney game, yeah.
Yes, just for me. I don't care.
And I mean, I definitely think there's more surprises coming, because even when Disney Dreamlight Valley posted like the overview of like, this is where the Lion King stuff's coming and this is when the Toy Story stuff's coming, they also put like, you know, the vague terms, more surprises. So
dun dun dun.
I hope we see holidays or seasons at least incorporated in the game somehow.
Just a little bit. Just a little
yes.
bit. It's Disney. They can pay for it. It's fine. They can figure it out.
Yes, exactly. That's that, yeah.
Okay. Well, listeners, expect more updates from Dreamlight Valley. Every time I say Dreamlight Valley, I want to say Stardew Valley so bad. Oh my gosh.
They knew what they were doing.
I didn't do it. So, yeah. So Dreamlight Valley, expect more from us. If you don't follow us on Twitter and Instagram, or even our YouTube account, we've been posting there. But you know, come and interact with our posts. Show us some of the stuff that you've done. I want to see your rooms, like your houses. That's what I want to see.
Yes.
I need ideas to steal. So, like my right now, mine is kind of like a mixture between like Mickey Mouse and like the Celestial stuff. As I'm slowly unlocking the Celestial stuff, we're getting there. So show me what you got. I want to see what y'all are doing.
Yes. Mine's ugly, so I need help. Give me ideas too. Design mine for me.
I'll come and decorate your room for you. Yeah, I'll come and do that.
Excellent.
When they put multiplayer in. Eventually.
Yes. Listeners, thanks for listening to our episode all about D23 and of course Disney Dreamlight Valley. And as we mentioned throughout this episode, our next episode we will be discussing Hocus Pocus 2. So we hope you tune into that episode. And thanks again for listening to this week's episode. See ya.
See ya.